Hello minions, this is your boy Linux MLG here finally with a commentary. I haven't made a commentary since February and I'm sorry. I know you guys are just like, skip the commentary, get to a Rage Wars, that's all you're good for. And you know, it is all I'm good for, but the thing is, I have a Rage Wars 4 video, but sometimes when I try to put the videos in Sony Vegas, the video doesn't work, but the audio does. Which I guess I could just put the audio with another video and it would work fine, or I could just do it through Windows Movie Maker, which would take more time, but I'm okay with doing it. So you'll get a Rage Wars 4 video soon. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna try to get more commentaries. Give me some ideas in the comments. I've been thinking about doing a movie review series, or just posting listenings and whatnot. But right now I can't because I need an extra HDMI for my PVR. I left my HDMI somewhere, and so I can't record right now, but I'll get it back soon, don't worry, and I'll be recording more. Doesn't mean I won't be able to post commentaries. I still have a lot of gameplays I can possibly put up and make commentaries over, so get ready for that. And yeah, just like I said, put down any ideas you think that would be cool for me to do in the description, and I'll be more than happy to do it. And again, a Rage Wars is going to be coming soon. But anyways, by the title of this video, as you can see, I'm going to be talking about what Call of Duty Advanced Warfare can do for competitive that will make competitive grow. Definitely no steps back, and I'd rather not have it stay in the same place, because if it stays in the same place, it's not progressing, it's not getting better and more known, and of course that would be terrible, especially since yeah, I say X Factor. Yeah, the pro gamers, you know how they go and they sing to get a spot with Simon Cowell's recording company. No, but the X Games is what I meant. So that was a huge up and up, being in the X Games. Not calling this a sport, that's a whole different video. I'm not gonna get into that. But anyways, so Call of Duty Advanced Warfare have already been saying how much they're going to help the competitive scene. They've been talking with pros, the EG members, some of Optic, and they've been getting ideas on how competitive could be good for their game and what they need to implement. They posted on Reddit like, what should we do? Just, they're getting suggestions from the COD community. They're communicating with the COD community, something Infinity Ward did not do much. They kind of just blew off. The COD community was like, yeah, we'll help you guys out, and then they didn't, and then they started to implement like broadcaster mode and whatnot. So anyways, I have a list and I'm gonna go run through it. Some may not be as important as others. It's not in any particular order, but uh, it's just something I just thought of, whatever came to mind, and I put it down. And so I'm gonna tell you about it. So first is a better knife. Of course, this doesn't really matter. It's not that big a deal. It's just, since it's a little thing, that's why I'm going through it first. And it's not only competitive, obviously, you can knife in pubs. But the thing is, I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but like if you run past somebody and they're right next to you, but you run past them and you knife, you do 180, or the annoying commando lunge from, 5, 10 feet away. People just commando lunge you, and it's not even like a commando lunge. It's like a backwards moonwalk glide across the ground and ground and knife you. It's weird. I don't know why that happens. And in case you were wondering, this is a GB 3v3 against like a 80th rank and whatever. Um, so yeah, so the better knife is not a big deal. Out of everything that I list here, this is definitely not the one I really want you guys to listen to. If anything, yeah, it's fine if you don't change it. It's just a little tweak that I think could be made and would make the game a little bit better. Next is league play. Now, league play, not clan vs clan. The only reason I say that, I mean, it's the same thing. You know, it's basically the same thing. But clan vs clan doesn't do anything. There's no sense of achievement in it. Really, if you win a game, it's like nothing happens. You just prestige in pubs, which of course competitive players don't really care about. So what happened in League Play in Black Ops 2 is really fun, is that there was actually prestiges within League Play. Whatever you call them, masters, platinum, gold, silver, and it went down. And so that was always fun because people were always, road to masters. They were trying to get to masters. Even it got people that were playing pubs interested in playing league play because they wanted to be known as a skillful player, play with people at their with their own ability. You know, if two people were bronze, if they were just, you know, getting better at the game, getting better at competitive, they set up two bronze against each other, or they just make it fair teams. And so it made it more fun for a pub player to come play, and you know they're not bronze playing, you know, these four masters, amazing pro gamer players. They're actually getting a chance to do well and progress and get better. And so that's what made it fun for everyone, not just competitive players. But of course, aside from clan v clan, why it's better is because of the ranking system. Next is a theater mode. Theater mode is, it might not seem like it's that important, but it actually really is. And it's not just for those moments where you wanted to know where that guy went and you lost him, he just completely got away. You have no idea where he went. It's not for that. It's basically a big part of it is for teams. They could see what their teammates are doing, where they're messing up. They can talk about it. They could see strats. They can come up with better strats. They can, you know, look at the map, and it would be better too if they had the vocals in it. Um, in Xbox right now, a lot of people have Astros. You can't talk in game, so I don't know how much that would work, being that you won't be able to hear people if they're in Skype talking. But I mean, I think it's a good thing to implement just in case something happens where people start using their mics on the game. They can hear themselves talk, hear what they're saying, and kind of see where they're messing up. And they could look at the mini map. They could tell their team, you know, you see you went here, you should have went here because of this. And just the teams can give themselves, you know, some what do you call it, critically, whatever you call it, critical, whatever suggestion. I can't remember the name right now. I'm sorry, but yeah, but they could just give each other suggestions on what to do, and they could see where they're messing up and how to improve. And so theater is actually really big for competitive, and so I really believe it should be implemented. And so next is broadcaster mode, which Infinity Ward waited about a month to put in, but I do think Infinity Wards is a bit better. It has everything that basically that Black Ops 2 had, only you could still see the whole screen instead of just putting in a little screen and then showing the mini map and the people and their streaks and their kills and being able to switch off like that. And then the only reason I think it's better really is the Oracle mode. I think it's really cool. People can see where the enemy is, like if they get a crazy shot, like how did you see him? Or it's just cool seeing the pros and seeing how aware they are of their surroundings, and it could kind of help too. And so I think that's really cool addition. I think they should keep that in there, and that was good. So next, a huge thing. This is big for competitive, fun to play and watch game modes. This is hard, of course, uh, being able to favor both the player and the viewer. Of course, Hardpoint did both amazingly. So Hardpoint has to come back. It's a 100% game mode that needs to come back. Search and Destroy, it's a need, it's a necessity. And then it comes down to like a Blitz or CTF, or if they were to implement a new game mode, which I think at this point should not happen again. I think Ghost kind of screwed up by trying to do it again. Blitz turned out to not be so bad. As for the viewer, it's fun to watch if it's close. If it's a far game, it's really hard to come back in game like Blitz. I've seen it before, but it's hard, and so it gets kind of like more boring. You see like a team go up by 5, you're like, oh well, this team won now. And so CTF might have been more boring. It's kind of like the soccer of the game modes. I feel like it's really it can be slow pace. I mean, the scoring is low, but it can get intense. You know, when it gets close, it can get really intense, and so I think that that's important to have. Hardpoint 100% needs to be in there. Search and Destroy 100%, and I think CTF, but that in my own opinion, I think CTF should be back in there. And I didn't even really personally enjoy it that much playing it, but it's a really good strategizing game mode, a team game. So definitely, I think CTF should be back in there. Next is, I know you guys know this is a big thing with me, no connection swing. And what I mean by that is just these last two games online have been it's based on connection so much that it's kind of ridiculous. Ghosts, I feel like a little more than Black Ops 2. And, if they can't get dedicated servers, I know there's always going to be something like someone's gonna eat or someone's gonna melt. It's gonna happen in the game, whatever. Dedicated servers or not, it's going to happen. But if there's any way to make an engine or whatever it is that has it like that, where it's based off connections, servers, whatever, if they can make it so that it's not so bad, you know what I'm saying? So any way to make it less connection based is good. That's all I'm trying to say. And so I'm gonna move on because basically that's whatever. A balanced Arsenal. Now, people like variety in Arsenal and like watching that, but also it's more fair to the players if you keep a balanced Arsenal. So, whether it's just one gun or there's five different guns that are balanced that people can use in game, if there's five, a variety, it's cool. But if there's a chance that like the Vector is gonna be way overpowered over the MTAR, but MTAR is still like that close gun, just make the Vector, closer to the MTAR, so then you see more of both. And basically with the Vector it's gonna be a little stronger, but it's a slower firing rate, and the MTAR, it's gonna be less damage, but it's at a faster firing rate. So it gives people more variety. It just depends on the player what you want to use. Next, fair point streaks. I think Black Ops 2 they were really smart when they brought in or not, it wasn't even them, it was MLG implemented that streaks should be in there. I think that was awesome. As long as they're balanced streaks, people really love watching them. I loved watching the streaks and the intensity of people getting them. It could turn a game around, which is always good. Being that someone can always come back, that's always fun, and it's always good knowing that that can happen. And so, and point streaks at that too. Make sure it's point streaks, because kill streaks, they don't ever work really. So, point streaks. And then good symmetrical maps. Last but not least, certainly not least, Ghost had terrible, terrible maps. I counted it. My favorite map in this game is my 16th of all time. So that's like three or four complete competitive games that I like for maps more than I like the one map for this. And so they have to make sure they're symmetrical. Play your game. I feel like sometimes some of these maps, there's no way that the creator plays the game because how like what Stormfront or whatever, or what's other maps on there like Chasm or whatever the hell that map is called. Like, how do you play that map and go, yeah, this is good, this is good map? Because it's it's a terrible map. Prison Break, like I can name like every single map. It's just bad, and so plus, they copied like Dome for Strike Zone and stuff. Like just new original ideas, symmetrical balanced maps, at least like five or six balanced maps for competitive, and then the pubs do, I guess, do whatever. Um of course you don't want to whatever take them out of obviously because that's where the majority of your players are, but and of course, and also, I understand for CTF, as far going back to the game modes, I understand for CTF that it's not a popular game mode for multiplayer, and in a business standpoint it makes sense to take it out. It made sense for this game, but the thing is, for competitive, to please keep it in private match at least. I know you can do that because I remember Gun Game and like MW3 was in private match. You can keep a game mode, just put CTF in the private match. If you don't want it in the multiplayer rotation or what a playlist, then don't have it in that. That's just my thoughts, but guys, I hope you agree with me. If you don't, it's okay. Just write what you think should happen in the description. Share this to who Sledgehammer, I think, is making the game. Share this to them, whatever. Um, I'm just trying to help out Advanced Warfare as much as I can for competitive. If you disagree with me, again, put it in the comments what you think should be or what I said was wrong, and let me know, and I'll get back to you what I think. And it's just it's just a fun little comment discussion battle down there in the comments. So I hope you guys enjoy this.